Invitation to discuss the spread of ATMs and POS 711-20190 comments. To all banks and all electronic payment service providers, call to discuss ATM and POS, number 288-598-10. Based on the role of this supervisory bank and in order to cover the investment costs for the deployment of ATMs and point-of-sale machines and expansion of other services that achieve the target revenues from the project of settling salaries, we would like to show the following. 1. Banks and card issuers must invest in ATMs and point-of-sale machines in proportion to their ability to issue cards and settle salaries. 2. Companies licensed to work as a receiver take their important role in the deployment of ATMs and points of sale and control expansion in accordance with plans for deployment accountable for their implementation. 3. The possibility of reducing the burden of employees' pay and use of salaries through electronic payment channels, ATM POS. By examining the prices of services of these channels compared to what is available to withdraw salaries now. 4. Your banks should provide incentive services to employees whose salaries have been settled if you do not withdraw a certain percentage of the amount, short-term savings and investment accounts. 5. The possibility of allowing banks wishing to work in the area of collection and dissemination points of sale in the shops to win traders and open bank accounts and provide possible facilities. 6. A trading meeting will be held on Tuesday, July 23, 2019 at 11 a.m. at the headquarters of this bank to clarify our plan for the need to deploy ATMs and point-of-sale devices and not to expand the opening of cash withdrawals. Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs and Minister of Finance Mr. Fuad Hussein presides over the 13th meeting of the preparation of the State Budget Strategy for 2020 to 2022. 711-20190 comments. The Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs and Minister of Finance, Mr. Fuad Hussein, on Thursday, November 7, 2019, an expanded meeting of the Special Committee for the Preparation of the Strategy of the State Budget for the year 2020 to 2022 at the headquarters of the Ministry. During the meeting, which was attended by a number of members of the Parliamentary Committee and agents of the Ministry of Finance and Planning and Health and representatives of the Secretariat General of the Council of Ministers and a number of Directors General of the Ministries and the representative of the Kurdistan region reviewed the estimates of public revenues for the budget for the coming years, oil and non-oil, as well as the doors of expenditure and deficit, and discuss the mechanisms and ways to develop paragraphs and doors of the budget, focusing on the service sectors and industrial to shift from digital budgets to budgets of programs and performance. The needs of ministries, agencies, and governorates were also listened to by providing accurate statistics on these needs. It is worth mentioning that this committee started its meetings early this year for the purpose of listening and exchanging ideas and opinions with all state institutions and in the presence of the members of the Finance Committee of the Iraqi Council of Representatives to reach a real financial budget whose main objective is to provide services and build infrastructure and improve the standard of living of citizens. The meeting was attended by the Directors General of the Ministry of Finance and representatives of the bodies and governorates. Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi receives the CEO of GE 711-20190 comments. 10 July 2019. Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi received on Wednesday, CEO of GE Energy, Mr. Joseph Anis and his delegation. The Prime Minister stressed the importance of the strategic partnership between the Iraqi government and General Electric Company to find comprehensive solutions to secure the electric power of citizens and benefit from modern technology and renewable energies. He added that Iraq is expanding to international companies and investment opportunities available to the expertise and large companies to provide services to the Iraqi people in all fields, and pointed out the importance of cooperation with GE to develop and improve energy. The president of the General Electric Company announced the progress of the strategic projects implemented by GE, including the linking of several secondary stations in various provinces of Iraq to help break the bottlenecks this summer, and the progress of work in the projects of Samaa and Dekar and the project of Zubar Station, which will increase the production capacity of the network in Iraq by 3,000 megawatts. Mr. Joseph Anis also reviewed the projects that are discussed in the framework of the roadmap for developing electricity, covering projects in all governorates of Iraq and providing training and work opportunities for citizens all over the country. The meeting was attended by the accompanying delegation to the president of the company and the advisor to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi receives Siemens CEO 711-20190 comments. Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi received on Wednesday the CEO of Siemens, Germany, Mr. Joe Kaiser. During the meeting, the roadmap for the electricity sector was agreed upon and signed in the presence of the Prime Minister and German Chancellor Angela Merkel in Berlin. The Prime Minister stressed the importance of setting a timetable for the implementation of the mutual commitments of the parties and making every effort to implement the map with their time schedules, pointing to the continuous efforts exerted to improve energy and increase the processing hours in all governorates. For his part, President of Siemens said that the company is very interested in meeting the need of Iraq's electric power and the pursuit of the implementation of the MAP program, and that the responsibility to meet the requirements of the Iraqi people and joint cooperation in this vital area, and promised to contribute with the Iraqis to advance the state of electricity in the near future, praising the follow-up of the Prime Minister of the daily file of electric power in Iraq and give him all powers to the sector, and said that this personal follow-up is very influential and a decisive factor in making progress in this file and improve electricity in the summer. He also pointed out that the company is training and employing large numbers of Iraqi graduates and middle cadres. The meeting was attended by German chargé d'affaires in Baghdad and the company's executive directors in the Middle East and Iraq. Kuwaiti delegation visits Iraq to finalize Kuwait-Iraq Free Market 7-11-20190 comments. Economy News Baghdad Kuwait's Al-Kabas newspaper said that the Minister of Commerce and Industry and Minister of State for Services Khalid al-Rawdhan will lead a high-level delegation to meet with an Iraqi government delegation next week at Safwan, Abdali Port. The newspaper said that the aim of this meeting is to complete finalization before signing the agreement on the start of the establishment of the Kuwait-Iraq Free Market, near the international borders of the two countries. Al-Kabas quoted sources as follow-up that the Kuwaiti delegation headed by Rawdhan will be represented by the highest level in the Commission for the Encouragement of Direct Investment, the General Administration of Customs. In addition to other related parties, the idea of the Kuwait-Iraq Free Zone is back in 2010, when the governments of the two countries, at the time, approved the initial establishment of a joint free market near the port of Safwan Abdali, but some obstacles prevented it.